Enterprises. Today is November 25th, 2024. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we are at 5324 Spring Hill Drive in beautiful Spring Hill, Florida today. The weather has been awesome the last week or so, and it looks like it's going to continue to be. They said it's going to be 82 degrees on Thanksgiving Day here, which is just crazy, but looks like it's going to be a beautiful week. It is Monday, so I thought we would do a premiums update. I don't think there's really anything to change, but also do an inventory update here. But I do believe premiums are the same as they were last week. And since this is Thanksgiving week, in the the holiday shopping mode, this is when all the Black Friday sales happen, so I figured we would try to do something along those lines here in the shop for this week. So we're gonna have some week-long Black Friday deals as long as inventory / supplies last. So we shall see if it works out or not, and how long supplies last, if they do at all. So it's going to be for in the shop purchasing only. All right, Tim, let's start with 1 ounce gold. Eagles and Buffaloes. Again, there's no changes on the premiums from last week, so we're just going to run through these fairly quick. 1 ounce gold Eagles, 1 ounce gold Buffaloes. We are buying them at the spot price of gold. Gold is just under $2,700 an ounce right now, and we are buying them we're selling them at the spot price of gold plus 4%. Buying at spot, selling at spot plus 4%. Fractional gold Eagles, we're buying 1 10th ounce gold Eagles at the melt price of gold plus 4%, and selling them at the melt price of gold plus 11%. 1/4 ounce gold Eagles, we're buying at melt plus 2%, selling at melt plus 9%. 1/2 ounce gold Eagles, we're buying at melt and selling at melt plus 7%. If you're unsure about how to calculate the difference between melt and spot, or when to use one over the other, please check out that video that Tim has pinned to the top of this channel. Also embedded as a link in the description of this video. It gives a great tutorial on how to make those calculations, and also when to use spot versus melt when discussing fractional or whole precious metals. All right, foreign gold and gold bars up to 1 ounce. We buy these at the spot price, 98% of the spot price or 98% of melt, whichever makes sense. We are buying, Maple Leafs, Kangaroos, Krugerrands, Pesos, Ducats, Francs, Marks, pre-33 gold that is not graded, U.S. gold commemoratives, and all at the 98% of melt or 98% of spot, and also includes pandas, lira. There's probably a lot more that I'm forgetting. And then also bars up to 1 ounce. That is at 98% of spot or 98% of melt. And I'm sure I forgot some there. Coronas, Ducats, those are a couple of other sovereigns. All that type of material, 98% of melt. So if you have any that you want to sell, please bring it into the shop, mail it into the shop, whatever you would like to do, and we'll be happy to either cash it out or we will convert it into other stackable precious metals. And since we're talking about that, Tim, let's go to jewelry there. How do we accept payment here at Vermillion Enterprises? Cash, wire transfers, Zelle payments, and we also accept scrap gold metal and scrap sterling silver. So if you have old 10 karat, 14 karat, 18 karat, 22 karat jewelry, we will pay you 90% of its value. So if you got $1,000 worth of jewelry, we'll pay you $900. You got $10,000 worth of gold jewelry, we'll pay you $9,000. If you got $100,000 worth of gold jewelry, we'll pay you $90,000. And that also includes sterling silver flatware, hollowware, tableware, sterling silver rounds, tea sets, any of that type of material, we pay 90% of value. What determines the value? The purity of the metal that you're selling. So 10 karat versus 14 versus 18, 22 karat. The spot price of gold or silver at the time, and then also what the weight of the material is. So we are always buying this at 90% of value, or we will cash it in or convert it at the 90% rate to other stackable precious metals. Either works for us. We'll be happy to help. Now remember, we are in the state of Florida. The state of Florida has us licensed as secondhand dealers. This type of material is considered secondhand goods. We do require seeing your driver's license or state ID card at the time of the transaction. So if you're mailing it in, which is great, please do so. Also include a copy of your current driver's license or state ID card. If you're coming into the shop, make sure that's ready, because we're definitely going to need to see it. And it can't be expired, folks. It's got to be a valid card. All right, stocking stuffers. We got MS63 Morgan silver dollars at $70 a piece. We got MS64s at $90. We're out of 65s at the moment, but these are going to be NGC or PCGS common date Morgan silver dollars. You'll see various generational holders, and you'll see various levels of toning on these coins. It's coins from 1878 to 1904. These are common date Morgan silver dollars. There won't be any 1921s included, and also there will not be any ICG or annex graded coins. These are all going to be NGC or PCGS graded coins. So yeah, we've got plenty of that material in the shop. If you're interested in it, please come on in. We'll take care of it for you. Foreign silver. Foreign silver that is off quality. So this is material that came in onesie twosies, got milk spots on it. That's usually the case, milk spots. Overtoning, scratched up, scruffy, just randomness. We buy this material at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce, and we sell it at the spot price of silver. What you see here in the bucket is available for purchase. So yeah, and those probably won't last long. As soon as I get another 500 ounces, we're sending it to the refinery. We're burning it. All right, 10 generic silver and junk 90. We are buying at the spot price of silver minus $1 per ounce, and we're selling it at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce. This is for retail friendly material. So this isn't the off quality stuff. So this is solid design tubes of retail friendly rounds, 5-ounce bars, 10-ounce bars. We got 2 or 3 kilos in the shop at the moment. We are selling at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce. We are out of 100-ounce bars for the time being. And that also includes 1964 silver dimes, quarters, and half dollars, 1964 and before. So that's your Mercury dimes, your Roosevelt dimes, your Washington quarters, your SLQs, your 1964 Kennedys, your Walking Liberty half dollars, and your Franklin half dollars. We are selling this material at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce. If you're unsure about how to calculate the times face value of junk 90 using the premium, please, again, check out that video that Tim has pinned to the top of the channel. It'll show you how to make those calculations when dealing with fractional precious metals such as junk 90 and fractional gold eagles. Anything you need to add there, Tim? Nope. All right, everything is pretty much straightforward with that type of material. All right, we have some foreign silver available here in the shop. We have some 1.5 ounce 2020 Marlins. I think there's 21 ounces in that tube. We have a tube of Kangaroos, a tube of Philharmonics, and then I got about 10 or 15 tubes of silver maple leafs. These are retail friendly material. We are selling this material at the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce. Now remember, some of these tubes are 25 ounces, some are 20 ounces. So it's not like the Silver Eagles where it's a straight 20 ounce. So the Marlins there, I think there's 21 ounces in that tube. The Philharmonics are 20, the Kangaroos are 25, and then of course the yellow cap maple leafs are 25 ounces to a tube. This is all available at the spot price of silver plus $1 per ounce. All right, off quality American Silver Eagles, we have them. We are buying these at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce, and we are selling them at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. This is going to be coins that are random They come in the shop mismatched tubes, meaning that they're not solid date tubes. They could be partial tubes. They are most likely going to have milk spots or overtoning on it, surface abrasions. You may see some colorization. So this material we buy at the spot price of silver plus 50 cents per ounce, and we sell it for the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce. So if you bring in Silver Eagles to sell, and if we see milk spots on them, that's going to be spot plus 50 cents per ounce. If they're overtoning, colorized, they got surface abrasions on them, in other words, they're just not retail friendly coins, they will be treated as off quality, and that is spot plus 50 cents per ounce. And that can even be found in solid date tubes. I mean, that's just the way it is. We've cut open strap boxes of Silver Eagles before, solid date right from the mint, and they're milky. So it's just the way it is, unfortunately, guys and gals. Now, if you have solid date retail friendly tubes of Silver Eagles, we buy these at the spot price of silver plus $2 per ounce, and we sell them at the spot price of silver plus $4 per ounce. So these are going to be tubes of 20 that are all the same date. So like that tube there is a tube of 2024s, and they will be without milk spots, or surface abrasion. So they're going to be nice retail friendly quality material. This material we sell at the spot price of silver plus $4 per ounce. All right, I think that runs it down. What is silver? Silver is just below $31 per ounce right now. And it's, as we've been talking over the last month or so, what are we expecting with the price of gold and silver for the near future? Volatility. And boy, did we see it this morning. Gold was down just under 2%, and silver was down right at 2%. And when I looked again, it had already started to come back up. I'm not sure what it's doing right this second, but I expect swings up and down. We typically, this time of the year, we are seeing gold and silver matriculate downward in price. We see downward pressure because of retail spending. That's going to be amped up on steroids starting basically right now, since we're getting into the holiday season. But we have two major military conflicts going on in the world right now, so that's providing upward pressure on it. So where is this going to land? Who knows? Also, we know what our debt levels are. We know what the world's debt levels are. The dollar should be doing well right now, though, due to holiday spending. So where the price of gold and silver in the short term is going to go, it's going to go like this, guys and gals. That's what it's going to do. It's going to go up and down with major swings. And that's just to be expected. Might be able to make a little bit of a lick here and there if you time that right. Who knows? The GSR is widening again. I think this morning when I looked at it, it was at 87 or 88 to 1, somewhere around there. Looks like it's headed back to that 90 to 1 ratio. We'll see. Who knows? We're all in it together. We'll find out. So before we do the Black Friday specials for the in-shop purchasing here, I was asked a question. Is either Friday or Saturday here in the shop. I thought I would answer. I thought it was, at first I kind of didn't understand why the guy was, or what the guy was asking, but then I thought about it. It's like, yeah, okay, we could probably discuss this here on the interwebs and see if maybe other people can benefit from me answering this question. The question presented to me by the gentleman, this was in the shop, it wasn't on YouTube, is that, so the premium, so like for example, look at Silver Eagles there. Our premiums are, we buy it +2, we sell +4. So the premium he was asking, is that my profit? And my question, or my answer to that is no, that's not the profit. So we're selling coins at +$4 per ounce. No, that's not the profit, because we have to consider what the replacement is. So I approach this business as a business model similar to a grocery store. As we sell material, we have to replace the material. Now, I cannot replace most of this material at spot. So, for example, Silver Eagles. Right now, if I am to source material from the distributors that do supply retail-friendly material, it's going to be at the +3 to +3.25 range. So even though we're selling at +4 and we're showing that we're buying at +2 across the counter, if I'm buying from the distributors, that delta, instead of plus $2, which is what we show here, is really plus 1 to plus 75 cents per ounce. That is what the profit is. So then, let me rephrase that. That is what the gross profit is. We still have to pull out labor and material cost to get the net. So on a Silver Eagle, we're probably netting 25 to 50 cents per ounce. That would be my guess. Grossing 75 cents to $1 per ounce. So when you're thinking about, and I know this is, if you're not in the industry, I can see how this can be confusing. There's no silver tree or gold tree out back. I go and pluck off the material that we sell. It's great that when we buy it across the counter, because often we can buy it a little cheaper than what I have to source it from the distributors from. But it's that delta between the buy and the sell for us is not the profit necessarily. So especially if we're sourcing this material, like right now, buffaloes, 1 ounce gold buffaloes, my replacement cost is just over spot plus 3%. So I'm making less than a point on the gold buffaloes when I have to source these from the distributors. And I think my replacement on gold eagles is like 2.75% over spot right now. So I'm making just over a point on those. So that is, on an ounce of gold, but I feel like I have to sell them at the spot price plus 4% and only make a point, because it's a very competitive market. This is an industry where making a point that's being competitive. So that's kind of routine. When making a point and, gold is $1,800-$1,900 an ounce versus making a point when it's $2,700 an ounce, I mean, that's still, that's $10 more, $9 more. So when we're talking ounces of gold, that's what we're really making. We buy a ton of foreign gold. We pay 98% on it, right? If it's foreign, like early gold, like pesos and sovereigns and marks and francs, we get like 99.5% on that. So we're making 1.5 points. Same with the commemorative gold. Gold bars, yes, in that ballpark, a little bit closer to spot. So making less than 2% on that type of material as a whole. So there's exceptions, of course. And so that's why we just turn and burn it. We're not sitting on that type of material because we buy a lot of it right now, mainly because of the price of gold. People are dumping a lot of it right now, and also due to some financial pressures here in Florida, such as the wildly increasing taxes and insurances, and then all the recent storm damage that the state of Florida has suffered. So a lot of people are dumping their precious metals. So that's, we've talked quite a bit about that. But getting back to that gentleman's question, the premium does not equal profit when you're in a replacement model like we are. It's like when you go to Publix, which is our main grocery store here in town. When they sell Budweiser, let's say they sell 100 cases of Budweisers in a day, well, the GM goes back and buys 100 cases of Budweiser. So and he doesn't get that at whatever the cost of Budweiser is. He's getting it at Budweiser's cost plus their premium. And the same thing with eggs or milk or what have you. And it's no different than us. When we sell a box of Silver Eagles, I go back and buy a box of Silver Eagles, for example. And so that material is always, and the reason why I do it is so that material is always available for purchase here in the shop. There's certain things that we always make sure that we have available. Silver Eagles is one, gold eagles, gold buffaloes, that type of material we want to make sure is available at some level here in the shop. Junk 90 is another one that I always like to have in stock. So you think that was clear, Tim?
I think it was.
All right. So great question. If you guys and gals have any other questions, please reach out to the shop via the comments section. We'll try to answer them at various times, and especially if you think they would be beneficial to the group as a whole. All right, now, like I said, this is holiday season, so a lot of companies right now, a lot of retail outlets are doing Black Friday type sales. We're going to try it this year, starting now, here in the shop for local pickup. And this is going to be, these purchases are going to be paid for by cash or Zelle payments. We're not taking checks. This is all going to be material that's not going to be at the wire transfer level, so that's not going to be necessary. You can bring in scrap metal. We'll take that as form of payment too. All right, so first, coal silver dollars. They're selling these at $26 a piece. This is going to be for mixed coals. This isn't stuff we're going to pick through and look for dates. This is going to be random coal piece dollar and Morgan silver dollars. You're going to see Morgans from all the way from 1878 to 1904, and piece dollars all the way through the gamut, 1922 probably up into the 30s. It's going to be random though. We're not looking for dates. We're not going to be picking through the bucket. It's going to be my gloved hand pulling them out at the number of pieces that you want to buy. $26 a pop. I'm going to keep it at that price point unless silver explodes. As long as quantities last. I actually got quite a few silver dollars in the shop right now, so I expect quantities to last for a while. That's $26 a piece for coal silver dollars. I was looking at the wholesale sheets this morning, guys and gals. That's a quarter over what I can wholesale them for. So I can wholesale that bucket for $25.75 per coin right now. So just keep that in mind.
Sharing the joy.
Sharing the joy. Holiday special. Let's generate some cash. All right. Where you got buckets of this material that I'm going to be putting out? Anywhere from, it's going to be $3 a piece to $4 a piece to $5. So I'm going to be putting out $3 buckets, $4 buckets, and $5 buckets. This is all going to be, for the most part, U.S. Mint material, so there's not going to be any sales tax on it. And this is all going to be paid for by cash. It is going to be mostly common date U.S. Mint proof set type material. This is great fodder to see if you want to get your youngins, grandkids, children interested in collecting coins. It's cheap entry point. And it's all going to be material that is going to be sold at the $3 per unit item price, or the $4 per unit price, or the $5 per unit price. I'm going to have literally buckets of this stuff out available for purchase while supplies last. I do have a limited amount of this because we kind of stopped taking a lot of this type of material in because it has depreciated so much. But if you're looking for U.S. Mint proof and mint sets, we're going to be having them out in buckets at $3, $4, and $5 price point levels. All right, so if you're interested in that, come on into the shop. That we'll start putting that stuff out here today. All right, last but not least, we are going to be selling tubes of Prospector Engelhart rounds at the spot price of silver plus $3 per ounce here in the shop. You're going to be getting these for under $35 a piece, folks. So, and these are going to be sold in tubes of 20 or 25. That's typically how they come. And now, these are older vintage Engelhart Prospector rounds. You may see various levels of toning on these. You may see some haze or milk spots on these. That's just the way they come. All right, these are collectible silver rounds. And this week only, here in the shop, we're going to be selling tubes of these at the spot price of silver plus $3 per ounce until inventory is gone. All right, so come get them while they last. You usually don't see me offering this type of material, but we're going to this week only while supplies last. If I don't sell them, I'm just going to throw them back in the safe and forget about them until 2025. All right, Tim, anything you think we need to add to that?
Just want to emphasize in-shop only.
In-shop only. We're not doing any shipping. This is going to be for in-shop purchases only. We're not going to be taking checks on these. This is going to be for cash, Zelle transfers, or if you want to trade scrap metal for it, we'll be happy to do that. Great point, Tim. All right, folks, this is Brian with Vermillion Enterprises. It is Monday, November 25th, 2024. Of course, all content on YouTube is for entertainment purposes only. As I've spoken to before, many times over the last couple of months, expect huge swings in the precious metals markets, which also relays into us reserving the right to change our premiums on the fly as need be as the market changes. We categorically reserve that right. So if you come into the shop and a premium has changed, it will just be what it is, because that means the market, specifically the wholesale market, has changed, and we are updating our prices to coincide with those market changes. All right. You act like you're going to say something there, Tim.
Yeah, it sounds like a even better time to visit Florida.
There you go. So, yeah, and if you guys and gals want to mail material in, please do so. We'll be happy to help. Remember, if it's considered secondhand goods, please include a copy of your ID or, your ID in with the package, because we'll definitely need that. You guys and gals have a great day. I hope you enjoy your holiday week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.